Thank you very much, gentlemen. Great cast on the day. I am joined by Apollo after their victory over Echo Fox, jumping over them very well in this victory. A 2-1. It did go all 3 games, kind of pushed back and forth. You said, I'm going to let you talk to that first thing you were just telling me, is it was pretty fun because we kind of realized we weren't doing anything, and then first blood happened.
Yeah, no, I didn't even realize it was like, I think it was like 20 minutes in the game or something like that, and we had first blood, and I was like, oh, okay. I guess I got the extra bonus goal, it's nice. But yeah, we didn't really do that much, and even the ending was like kind of boring. It was like, okay, we're not fighting, and then we're not fighting, and then we just ended the game. So, but the other 2 games were exciting, and a lot of kills.
Well, it's got to feel pretty good knowing you can push that advantage to a win. Sometimes it stalls out, and then you get the long games. It becomes difficult. However, Envy's got to be feeling pretty good. A Cloud9 victory this week, another victory for you guys. Kind of what's the overall feeling of the team right now? How are you guys right in the middle of the playoff pack?
I think a little bit surprised because we didn't really, I mean, it's not like we weren't confident, but it was definitely a rough set of scrim, or like 2 weeks of scrims that we had. So I wasn't like, I was a little bit nervous about C9. They were pretty strong, even though they didn't do as well in Rift Rivals. I think, they're still a really strong team. So I'm glad we 2-0'd them. And then, yeah, I mean, Echo Fox also a strong team. They kind of gave us a couple of sub rosters, so maybe helped a little bit, but yeah, no, I mean, I'm really happy that we pulled the 2-0, especially because this is like a really big turning point, because we're fighting for playoffs now rather than fighting to stay out of relegations. And yeah, it's good. It's good.
Right on, right on. Sorry about that. Two-parter here, kind of. You talked about sub rosters a little bit. You guys yourself using Pyrian and Niski in the mid lane. How is that adapting? And then I'm going to ask you, what's it like playing against a 10-man roster? So first, what's it like adapting with Pyrian and Niski?
It's good. There's a lot of, the thing is they're actually pretty similar in skill level. I think they're both really strong players, so it's not like a clear choice that we've had, obviously. And yeah, I think they're both their strengths and weaknesses, and I think it's really neat that we can kind of choose between the two. Yeah, and I think they're both really great players, and they have a lot of potential.
And how do you prepare for the 10-man roster? You kind of just play your own game because it's the champions are going to have the same skills. It's really, can you outplay the other guy?
Yeah, so in this case, I think there are some situations where like, oh, we don't have to ban this because this player doesn't play that, and so it does kind of make you think more. But in the end, like you said, it's just you play your champions, you just gotta outplay them anyways, and it's sometimes annoying, but most of the time it just doesn't really matter for me.
All right, Apollo, final question. You guys are in a great spot to make a run for that first position, to be in the top playoff spots. What are you guys kind of working on right now? What are you gunning for? Are there things you need to kind of fix first, or are you guys actually pushing for that top spot?
We're working for playoffs. I think we're not going for the top spot.
Okay.
But yeah, playoffs, and I think just in terms of improving, a lot of it has to do with our picks and bans. I think because. Yeah, I think picks and bans is a huge problem with ours, because like on purple side we lose a lot. I think it just has to do with our pick and ban. But other than that, mainly just on stage performance. I think we perform generally better in scrims. This week is excluded in that. But yeah, so I think those are the two main things: like pick and ban, and like just being more confident and like aggressive on stage.
Awesome. Well, it seems to be happening in the plays. Another victory for you guys in a 2-0 week to start things off to go for that run.
Sonic echo,